Alright, in this video I'm just going to walk you through what you need to do, some of the technical parts of question number 1. So there's your data right there, and what you want to do is basically move this to Excel, right? So you probably know how to copy and paste, but that's what you could do here is just copy that and paste it into Excel, right? Copy and paste. So once I'm in Excel, I'm not going to use those numbers there. I just got my own numbers just to kind of give you an example. So this is your data. You want to think about what goes in this first column. You probably don't want to put the years in there, right? You most likely would like to start with 0. So let's say this is my data. What I want is a scatter plot, right? That's the first goal in modeling, is to look at your data and how it looks on a graph. So we can go Insert, Scatter plot. Excel should be on all the computers at CCBC. I mean, a lot of you probably have it at your home computer. Alright, it looks like that. And you say, okay, what kind of function does that look like? Well, that looks like an exponential function. But we also want to make our graph look nice, because this is a report. That's half your grade, just making it look nice, right? So you want to label your axes, give it a name if you want to receive full credit. So on my version of Excel and the ones at campus, it might be a little different if you have an older or newer version of this. You can go to Chart Tools and Layout. Why your chart's highlighted here, right? This should pop up, and you go to Layout, and you can come over here to Axis Titles, and you can name your horizontal and your vertical axis. Okay. In addition to that, you can also give your chart a title, right? And that should just pop up and work real nicely. You can think of a good name for your chart. Okay. So once you do that, I want to see that. I want to see two graphics in this number 1, just the scatter plot itself, and then the scatter plot with the model, that is with the function that best fits these. Okay, and we're going to right click. Here's how you do that. You right click on your data points. There's one way to do it. Alright, and they should get highlighted. And then you go to add the trend line. A trend is another term for a model. Okay, what your data is trending to, or what it tends to do, or the best way to model it. Okay, and here's your choices for regression that is built into Excel. And you see sinusoidal is not on there, so we're going to have to deal with that later. But this to me looks like an exponential curve, the one I'm working with, so I'm going to do exponential. You could set intercepts. Here you can see my intercept is 1, 0, 1. Yours should be something different, so you probably want to do that, see what your intercept is. That is when time is 0, what is your output there? And then I want to see what my equation is on the chart. And that's all I got to do is click those 2 boxes, and you're going to have to edit set intercept. And then I'll close it, and it gives me my function, which is great. Right, there's my function. You'll notice, and again about model, it's not perfect. It's not going to hit all your points. It's just going to do its best to hit all your points. Right, so when I plug in 4 to my model, I won't get 14. Right, I'll get where the line is something a little bit above 14. Okay, but that's modeling. It does its best to fit to the data. Okay. One more thing. These are really easy to move into your Word document. Right, you can just take this, right-click, copy, and then go over to your Word document, and you can paste it right in there. You know, not at the end, but wherever you are in your document. I'll just show you. Control paste, Control V for paste, and it should just spit that nice chart right out, right into your Word document. Okay. As far as formatting of your project, what should your project look like? Well, basically what I would do is just give your project a title, start a new Word document, and you can literally just answer these questions, right? I would copy and paste number 1, and then when it says graph the scatter plot, I would just come down and put the graph like right underneath it. You can just answer question by question. In other words, just kind of copy the directions and then answer the question right underneath the question.